to Healthy Aging with Gina. And as you know, we start the show with 10 minutes of exercises. So if you're ready, I'm ready. And you know I like you to be in a firm chair, dining chair, table chair, something that doesn't have wheels, and out of the sofa. You need to be able to sit upright. Okay, let's rock it. First exercise we're going to do is all to do with swimming movements. So we don't have to get changed, we can do it all in our chair. Ready? We're going to start with a little gentle breaststroke to begin with. Listen, I don't care whether you swim or not. You can swim in your chair. It's all about upper body strength. We do some lower body as well. Who knew you were going swimming today? 10 minutes of exercise, honestly. All it's going to take is get this body and brain moving. All right, now we're going to turn it to a crawl. So it goes head, side to side, arm up and over. Keep it going. All right, one more of those each side. And for those of us in South Africa, we're all fans of Chad le Clos. So big butterfly up. So that means both arms up and over if you're comfortable with that. Up and over, down we go. Look, the head drop down to the knees, down to the toes. One last one. Now, my speciality is backward. Gets your shoulders going. Woo! Only do what's comfortable for you. Backward butterfly has not yet made the Olympics, but you know, you just never know. Right. Okay, now I want this bottom fully back in the back of the chair so your back's against the back. We're going to lift these feet up, flex these feet, and point them out. And just imagine you're doing a breaststroke. Lower body with the legs. Let's do it with the arms as well. So we get this lower body activated. See, we don't have to get changed, we don't have to get wet, we don't have to mess up our hair. Matters to us, ladies. All right, change direction, bring it in. It's all about keeping these joints moving. All right, I want you to imagine you're now doing backstroke. Legs are out, arms are back. Not very difficult, was it? Okay. Few minutes of swimming in your chair. Right, walk back again because you always want to be able to have the knees straight over the feet. Now the next one is fun and creative. It's all about spelling different things with different parts of our body. We try and use as many different things as possible. Very simply today we're just going to spell colours. So I'm going to spell colours that I see in the room. So I'm going to start spell as if I was spelling down on a big pillar the letter black in big capital letters. So you're using your finger, you're using your arm, using your eyes, you're using your back as you stretch it down. So black written down there. This one, white, quite easy. W, all large letters, H, I, T, E. All right, my carpet, what are we calling it? Brown, we're going to spell it with our elbow now, riding out to the side, but small letters. So a little B, a little R, a little O, W, N. What other colour? Purple. What about doing purple in little letters as well? So P, U, R, P, L, E. Now, see green over there. So with your foot, you're going to write a huge G on the floor. And then another huge letter, G, R. And the other leg is going to do a big E, and an E, and an N. So we're using as many different things as we can. All right. Now, what about using your thumb only? What colours haven't I done? What about red? We're going to do red also with our thumb, but in little letters. An R, and an E, and a D. And on the other side, orange. O, R, A, N, G, E. It's using our brain, it's getting our reactions. Next one is all about our legs and lower body. It's about dancing and having fun. Third song, third exercise is going to be about our dance movements. So, you can dance in your chair. What fun. Just tap these feet, move these hands. This is all about emotional expression, just enjoying it. So, we're just going to take one leg, in and out. It's like a little twist with the hip, in, out. So again, always your range of motion, what's comfortable for you. Let's change sides and good. So we're mainly focusing on lower body, trying to get things moving a little quicker. Now this heel's now just going to tap and the other one's going in and out. And you can move the hand as well, up the speed, because the last one's always a slower one. Get your heart rate going a little faster. So one heel's tapping, one's going in and out. Let's change sides. This one's tapping, other one's going in and out. Good. How's that going? Pace yourself. Okay. Going back to the other foot and we're taking the heel in and out. Have the hand point down to it as well. Keep the pace. Keep it going. This is when you want to be getting the heart beating a little faster. Change sides. Nice. Managing, I hope. Whew. Keep these feet marching, both legs up. All right, we're going to walk the feet out slowly now. Just march them in place. Now keep these heels flat on the floor, feet flat, and just bring these knees in, cross the hands. Do them in front of you. Gotta keep it moving, not allowed to stop. Remember, it's only 10 minutes in total. How about jumping these legs in and out? Keeping up? I hope so. What about legs in and out? Can you go faster? Tummy tight. Oh, gosh. I'm feeling it here. But it's good. And we're going to finish up with a few minutes just working on our balance points. Just bounce these legs up and down. I might try and take both heels out. Call this my Cossack pose. Out. Okay. Whew, I think we're almost there. Last one. So that one's known as a dance party. It's about emotional expression. It's just about having fun in movement and just getting as much of that lower body moving as possible. Now the last exercise of the day is one we call balancing act. And it works on focusing on 3 key balance points in the body. Now, one of them is on the base of your feet. And it is kind of in between the second and the third toe. And it is why stability is so important. Balance is important as we age. Very, very important part of aging. Our core. Technically, inside, just that, in the center of the body. It's the core of the body. So the easiest way to think about it is just pulling in the stomach, the tummy button, towards the spine. So this is now nice and tight. And then the third area that we focus on is the inner ear canal. So these are 3 little simple exercises that we're going to do. So we're going to work first, concentrating on that balance point of the feet. So we're just coming up onto the toes and letting the heels drop down. So this is all lower. Keeping that lower body, keeping the toes, being able to be bent and being able to just touch and connect with the earth is just important as we age to help us keep our balance. Balance and falling is one of the key issues that concern people. So being able to stay connected. And the reason I do it barefoot, the reason you can do it barefoot at home, or if you've got your socks on, whichever is easier, is obviously we don't need shoes on while we're sitting in a chair. And it helps our feet connect to the earth. All right, we're going to focus on this core now. I want you to concentrate. I want you to be able to breathe. I want you to be able to pull this in, tummy button to spine. You're going to lift one leg up. You're going to lower it slowly to the floor, but not touch. Bring the foot up again and down. You're focusing on your breathing. You're focusing on your core, nice and tight. Very good. Let's just finish up. Last one on the other side. Let's bring it up, lower it down. Very good. So there we are, 4 simple exercises that have got your brain, your body, your joints, hopefully everything loosened up, warmed up, and you're all ready for the second half of the show. So I'll see you after the break. So for this section, we are going to be talking today about social media and technology. Now, for many people, as they get older, technology seems terrifying. So it is to reassure you that it really isn't, and it is to learn to have fun with it and to be playful with it. I spoke about on the very first show about neuroplasticity and the fact that neuroscientists have proven that the brain can still adapt as we get older, that you can still create new neural pathways, that you can still be learning new things. And one of those things that you can be learning is technology and is social media. Now, the wonderful thing about it is that it is community and it's socialization. A big issue for many people as they get older is that they have a sense of being alone. They're not connected with their family, with their friends. They might not live in retirement villages. They might not feel that they meet with a whole lot of other people that they can connect to. But social media allows you to be able to do that. So the very first thing I like people to say is that I'm a student of technology. I am a student of social media. When I have someone who says, oh, I'm technologically challenged, or oh, I can't do that, it's a mindset and it's wording. And I really like to encourage people to be able to word things in a positive way that reinforces to the brain that this is something that you can do. We can learn new skills. I have learned so much about social media in the last year. It has been an absolute revelation. So I just want to share a few tips and tricks and encouragement that it is something that you can take advantage of. 2020 was an extraordinary year for all of us. And one of the companies that was a boom company was Zoom. So I am not sure if you discovered the joy of being able to connect with family, with loved ones through this medium that allowed you to be able to see them and them to be able to see you. For many people who were in very, very heavy lockdown, and for people in communities, frail care centres, retirement villages, they were on total lockdown. And I know this because I used to teach this wonderful fitness program, Ageless Grace, in 6 different centres. And obviously March came and boom, everything went into lockdown. And some of them were really, really very, very isolated. And that is something that is, I find heartbreaking. And I want you, if you're at home and you might be feeling a little bit isolated and you might be feeling alone, to know that you can use social media as a way of connecting with like-minded people. There are so many wonderful different platforms out there. I was so impressed that having lost my classes, my 6 classes, live classes that I used to do in the community centres in March, it took me till June. It was an adjustment for everybody, myself included, to then realizing, well, hang on, I can use Zoom to teach my classes and reach out to people. And one of the oldest couples in my classes started doing them. He's 90, she's 80, and they just kind of took this on board. They had family around the world that they wanted to connect to. And here in Cape Town, she introduced a sister who lived in Scotland and another sister who lived in Durban. And suddenly everybody comes on to a Zoom class. And so you're not only just doing the Zoom class with the teacher who's through the camera, but you can be doing it with family and friends at the same time. And it's been a total joy. So if you haven't yet discovered Zoom, it really is one of the easiest things to do. Now, many of us cannot live without the infamous smartphone. And if you have a smartphone, there certainly is a Zoom app that you can download and you can use. Many people are already using what is the most popular way of communication, here in South Africa at least, not so big sometimes in other countries, which is WhatsApp. WhatsApp is great because it allows you to be able to type. And if you have a smartphone, you can blow up the text size so that you can see it easier. There is also a facility to do voice notes. Very, very easy, just to push a button and record a message. Even for me, I type very, very fast, but I prefer not to type on the phone and it's easier to do a voice note. It's lovely to hear someone's voice. So I would encourage you to use a voice note aspect of what you can do on a smartphone. So you can do that with WhatsApp, but you can also do video with WhatsApp. So it's good to be able to know who are you speaking to be able to look people and to see them in the eye. Nothing nicer. I haven't seen my daughter for 10 months because of COVID. She's up in Joburg, but she had to come down on business to Cape Town over the weekend, and to be able to actually sit across a table and look a loved one in the eye is a joy. Now, maybe you have family and friends who are around the world and you can't do that. But the beauty of modern technology is that it allows you to be able to do that. So don't allow yourself to be technologically challenged. Learn, be a student, because there is no excuse not to keep learning things. So the different mediums of social media that are out there, of which most of us know that the biggest one is Facebook. Absolutely huge, over 2.6 billion people, I think, are the worldwide figures that connect through Facebook. Now, Facebook has lots of groups of people that you can join that have the same interests as you. People who knit, people who are retired, people who want to do decoupage, people who crochet. So you can find like-minded people. You can start going back and finding family and friends from years ago and connecting with old school friends. I've had a school friend connect with me on Facebook. We met each other when we were 8, which is more than, gracious, it's more than 50 years ago. That's frightening. But I mean, I swear, to look at her and to talk to Felicity, it's like, you haven't changed, girl. You look just the same. And that's beautiful because it brings you back to a different time and to a different age when you were a child and when you were young. So there are different parts of connecting with social media that is nice to be able to do, to know that obviously you can connect with family and friends, you can make new friends. Yes, one does need to be wary because there are people who take advantage. They take advantage of social media, they take advantage of people who are lonely, and they take advantage of the elderly. All of those things are insulting and infuriating and just downright wrong. So, we're going to discuss the whole issue of finances and security and those kind of things a little later. But today I want to talk about the fun aspect of social media. Go and investigate the different sites that are out there for you to take advantage. So Facebook is the big one. Another big one that is so much fun is YouTube. Now, I have a dear friend, Dawn, who taught herself to crochet over lockdown by following somebody who was teaching it on YouTube. And literally you can do it screen by screen. So she was explaining how to do it, and she would pause it, and then she would practice it, and then she would start it again. And now she can crochet. So there are so many different new things that you can be learning. Not to say that on your smartphone you can't also try some wonderful apps that also will allow you to learn a language. One of the best ways to keep the brain stimulated is to be learning something new. So there are two key ones on languages, Duolingo and Babbel. That's two B's, not Babel. And wonderful, wonderful, simple ways that you can start, and they're free. You don't have to sign up for the big programs. And you can just be learning a couple of words of Italian. I've been doing some Italian or Mandarin or Turkish or whatever it is that you have a desire to do. You want to get to Italy? Learn some Italian. You fancy going to France? Learn some French. Now, you might say, listen, Gina, we can't go anywhere at the moment. And that is true. But again, because of the internet, because of getting onto social media, you can find people who love Italy, love France, love Spain. So you can find common interests and you can join groups that are as interested in things as you are, so that there is this community that you can connect with and to use social media to your advantage. So whether you have got a smartphone, whether you are using a tablet or whether you're using a PC or a laptop, there is fantastic ways of being able to connect with people all around the world. So I've just touched on two of the big ones today, A huge one that a lot of people get a lot of fun with is TikTok. So, there's Twitter, there's Instagram if you like taking photographs. So you can get out there and be playful and have fun with it and discover that this is a new world that you can dip into, that you can be a student of, that you can have fun with, and that you can go and connect and find your friends, your family, hopefully very, very easily. Use this technology to stay connected with people and know that there is a community of like-minded people like you who are at home who want to be able to reach out to other people. So I hope that you will have fun finding a whole new community through social media and knowing that you can use the technology that is there to not feel alone, but to feel connected to lots and lots of other people in the world. So you'll find me all over the place on social media, so come and hang out with me and go find other communities that you want to be a part of. Thank you.